Lindsay Ann Hawker was a 22-year-old British teacher who was killed in Japan in early 2007 by Tatsuya Ichihashi, a 28-year-old Japanese man from Chiba Prefecture. Ichihashi was seen fleeing his apartment, and police sought him for the murder of Hawker and the abandonment of her corpse. On 10 November 2009, Japanese news media reported that the police had apprehended Ichihashi. On 5 July 2011, Ichihashi confessed to killing Hawker, stating that he smothered her to prevent her from screaming while he raped her. He was sentenced to life imprisonment on 21 July 2011. Lindsay Hawker was born to Bill and Julia Hawker, who lived in Coventry, England. She was schooled at King Henry VIII School, Coventry, and studied biology at the University of Leeds, where she achieved a first-class honours degree, graduating in 2006. She taught English for a year in Japan starting in October 2006 at the Koiwa, Tokyo branch of Nova, then Japan's largest private English conversation school. Hawker shared her accommodation with 2 other foreign female teachers. On the day she disappeared, her family became distressed because of her lack of contact. She had used email, Skype, and telephone calls to maintain contact with her family. Tatsuya Ichihashi was born in Gifu Prefecture on 5 January 1979. He grew up in Gifu as well as in Chiba Prefecture, which is just east of Tokyo. His mother is a dentist and his father is a medical doctor. After graduating from the Department of Horticulture at Chiba University in 2005, Ichihashi did not work and lived on a monthly allowance of about 100,000 yen, around £600 or $760 at that time, from his parents. Ichihashi was 28 years old at the time of the murder, and lived in the city of Ichikawa in Chiba. Ichihashi had no previous convictions, but he had been the subject of an allegation of theft and injury 6 years before Hawker's death. He had allegedly assaulted a woman on the street during a robbery, but the matter had been settled out of court. Hawker told her boyfriend in England how she met Ichihashi in an email message. 4 days before she died, Ichihashi approached Hawker during her train journey home from work. He at first said Hawker was his English teacher and then asked her to confirm that. Ichihashi chased her as she cycled home and asked for a glass of water when she arrived. Hawker felt sorry for him and allowed him inside her flat, but showed him to her 2 flatmates as a precaution. Once inside, Ichihashi drew a picture of her and signed it with his name, telephone number and email address. The pair agreed to meet for an English lesson at a cafe 4 days later, which was permitted by the Nova School. Hawker and Ichihashi met on Saturday 24 March 2007 in a cafe. Afterwards, they caught a taxi to Ichihashi's apartment, a few hundred yards away. Hawker told the taxi driver to wait for a short time and went to the apartment. 7 minutes later, the taxi driver left after she failed to return. Hawker's naked body was later found buried in a bath filled with a mixture of compost soil and sand on the apartment's balcony. She had been bound and gagged with plastic ties and scarves, with one of her hands lying outside the mixture. Bruises across Hawker's upper body indicated that she had been subjected to a prolonged attack. On 10 November 2009, Ichihashi was captured in Osaka while trying to board a ferry to Okinawa. Ichihashi did not confess upon being arrested, and when his 23-day period of detention without charge expired on 2 December, he was initially charged with abandoning a body, and served 2 more warrants for rape and murder. Ichihashi's lawyers alleged that he was threatened with the death penalty if he did not speak, and his reticence was attributed to fatigue and stress. In court, Ichihashi admitted to suffocating Hawker to prevent her from screaming for help while he raped her. On 21 July 2011, the Chiba District Court sentenced Ichihashi to life imprisonment for the murder of Hawker. The Hawker family had requested the death penalty, but the court felt the death penalty was inappropriate because Ichihashi had no previous convictions and because at the age of 32 there was still a chance he could be rehabilitated.